Hi everyone, it's Deborah, and I'm going to do a quick flip through of all the Michaels paper that I picked up. This is the new summer collection. This one's called Lakehouse. Let's go ahead and do a flip through. This one has oars. It's kind of hard for me to do it because it's not going to fit on screen if I go. Let me see if I can come out some. There we go. That's better. So this one has the oars, all different colors. There's 2 sheets of that. And then some cut aparts, 2 sheets of that. Let's keep going. And then this piece. And then the trees, that's pretty, on that green background. And then these strips, you can cut apart or make cards or elements, whatever you want to do with those. These are little dragonflies on a navy blue background. Some of this paper would be great for 4th of July projects as well. And so here's one that would be great. And then look at this. You can make 6 by 6 little notebooks. That's what I'm planning on doing with this. So, you know, I've been working on that fall paper, cutting it down to 6 by 6 and making these little notebooks. I will do that with this as well. Very cute. So there's 2 of that, so I could probably do 8 little books. But these are, I'm not sure. Oh, life jackets, canoes. That's cute. And then just lake water. And then fish of some sort. I'm not sure. Look here, definitely for 4th of July. That would be cool to have 4th of July out at the lake and, you know, fireworks over the lake. That would be pretty. And then, not sure how to use this page, but we figured out. And then look at this, s'mores and the fire. And just cute, very cute. And then this would be great for 4th of July right here. This too. It's a navy and white. That's kind of minimal. I like it though. That would be great for the 4th. And then the dragonflies on the green background. Look at this. I love this page. The lures, however you say that. What do you call those? Those bobber things. I can't remember. I used to go fishing, but I don't remember what they're called. But look at the colors. It could still go with 4th of July as well. This one too. I love this paper pad. I didn't think I would like it because it was more geared towards camping, but it can be used in many ways. And then look at the old Coleman lanterns. We used those when we were camping. Okay, so that's the lake house. Very cute. Let me put that aside. We're going to go to Poolside. Let me find a place to put this. Okay, Poolside. This one's different. Let's see. Let me see if I can get it open. Remember that there's 2 sheets of each pattern. So that's different. That's different. Not sure how to use this one. I purchased it and then I looked at it and I'm like, how do I even use that? But I mean, summer. Look, the cut aparts. Those are cute. I mean, I would probably make notebooks of some sort. You know me. I'm going to make notebooks or little journals or stuff like that. So I'd make it work for sure. Look at these. 6 by 6 is popular. Look at that. The flamingo. I know someone who loves flamingos. She would love a little notebook with that. I may make it for her. And then the bathing suits. That's cute. So I could make 8 of them because there's 2 sheets of that. I like that stripe. And then that's cute. That, it's okay. Kind of ice cream colors, I guess. That would be, you could definitely, that would be great for that little 6 by 6 album, notebook. And the smiley face, so retro from when I was growing up. Yeah. And then watery with that metallic. That's pretty. And it is embossed as well. Another watery looking stripe, and then plant over a pool. That's what that looks like, and that's really pretty. And then I'm not sure about this, but you should figure out how to use it. And then SPF is my BFF. Yeah. Cute. Very summery though, very summery. And more smiley faces. This is pretty. I mean, I'm definitely going to make journals out of this. Probably just journals. And that is it of that one. Okay, put that one away. And then I did get the summer solids. I think with these, there's 48 sheets. I paid $4.99. Let me see. 4, 5. There's 6 of each color. So 6 of that light pink, 6 of this hot pink. Hold on. And then 6 of this navy, which is pretty. It has a little bit of a texture to it, or it looks like it has a texture, but it's more like a linen type of weave on it. And then look at that, turquoise, one of my favorite colors. Turquoise and purple are my two favorite colors. So, and then that green, like a Kelly green or a grass green, very pretty. And then yellow. And then this orange. The pads were $4.99, and I have a senior citizen 10% discount. Look at that red. That's pretty great for 4th of July. Okay, so that one's done. But anyway, so I got the pads for $4.49, and then I had a $15 reward, and I used it, and so, wow. Great deal. So here's Surfer Girl. Can't even talk this morning. Okay. This is pretty. This has, let me make sure that, yeah, it's showing it. This has it's in debossed, and this has a metallic sheen to it. Very, very pretty paper. And then, you know, kind of a wood. And then the palms. Pretty. I think that's a pretty background. And then here's your 6x6. Definitely going to make little notebooks like I showed you earlier. I think this is going to be so cute. Look, summer reading vibes. That's very cute. And beach days are the best days, the surfing, and then happiness comes in waves. And of course, there's 2 sheets of that. I could make 8 of them. Look at that, how beautiful that water is. We saw water like that while we were on a cruise in April. And then that's so pretty. The waves, pretty. This is so pretty. I just think it's gorgeous. Kind of a watercolor effect, and then the sand, very pretty. And then here's a bunch of cut aparts. These would be great for a 6x6 album to decorate it. I am going to do that for sure. And then this is cute. I love the colors on it. And then pink waves, and then more cut aparts, 2 sets of those. And then a sandy looking page, and then this. Very pretty. It is that same, it's debossed with the metallic sheen effect to it. Very pretty. And then blue palm leaves. And look, same thing, debossed with the metallic shimmery type of sheen to it. Almost like a holographics. Very, very pretty. I love this. That watercolor sandy looking effect to that. I hope you can see all the paper. I love this. The waves, different color waves. And then this. And this, realistic, but watercolor at the same time. And that's it on that. Okay, let's move on. My husband's going to be back soon and get the video done before he gets back. So this is all good vibes. Very different. So that green. And then this has a gold metallic to it. Very pretty. I love this wood pattern. And then here we go. I don't know why they're upside down, but they are. But these would be great for plant people that love to journal their plants. And it's upside down. Said plant person, grow together. Don't be afraid to grow and then bloom. It could be a plant person. It could be, self, improvement journal. It could be so many things you could do with this. And look at the mushrooms. They're upside down too. They're cute. 2 pages of that mushrooms. And then this, I love this pattern. That's kind of a cool pattern. And then this, the grays, I'm not sure. It's okay. I mean, it would be a great neutral. And then these almost look like little daisies with the little gold metallic dot in the middle of them. I love it. It's just cute. And then almost like a green daisy. Cute. And then, the strips. And then that's cool. It almost looks like eucalyptus leaves. And then that stripe's very cool. And then I don't know how this goes, but that's cute. Very cute. The little hotel keys. And then it's pretty. And then look at that leaf pattern. Wow. That's pretty. And then this pink. And this green and pink in combination. That's real pretty. And then that's pretty. And a marbleized green. And then that khaki. And then the pink version of that coneflower from earlier that was green. Very cute. Anyway, that's it on All Good Vibes. Okay, here's Summer Fair. Let's get going, girls. I got a lot to go through. Summer Fair. I love this one. 48 sheets. And yeah. Look at the popsicles and the cotton candy. That's going to be a fun one. And the cut aparts for this, kind of a carnival, definitely a carnival with the Ferris winner, the tickets, the popcorn. Look at this. It's just the big top. It's just real pretty. 2 sheets of that. Of course, 2 sheets of everything. And then the balloons, how pretty. You could do a birthday with that one. Look at this. This is pretty, that plaid. That is such a great thing that you could do, especially for, a boy or a girl. And then that is pretty. And then the little heart-shaped sunglasses. Those are cute on that red background. That'd be almost good for the 4th as well. And look at this big carousel. I'm probably going to make a policy envelope out of this, or one of those merchandise bags that I made a couple of months ago, or last month, I can't remember. Anyway, polka dots. This would be like the neon lights featured at little carnivals. That's cute. And then the tickets for the rides and just different things. That's cute. And these flags, they're actually a metallic sheen to them. A little bit of a holographic as well. The same with this confetti. The same what do you call that? Yeah, the same holographic sheen to it. It's real pretty. And then here is, this is cool, like a picnic almost. And then more of the tickets on that pink background. And then the balloons, very cute. Look at these popsicles, so cute. I love those. And then the Ferris wheel, how pretty. The colors are kind of muted, like a watercolor, so I like it. It's not super clear, but it's cute. And then look at this one. With the popcorn, the popsicles, the tickets, and the cotton candy all combined. That is so cute. And then the stripe. And more of those neon type of lights. And then cotton candy. The popcorn, how cute. And then this blue stripe. And more popsicles. And I think that's it for that one. I like this one, Summer Fair. Okay, I did get everything that they had. So this is something I'm not sure it would be a challenge for me to use, but I wanted everyone to see it. Stardust. So let's say you do go out camping. This would be a great thing if you go out and look at the stars. I mean, look, you can see everything mapped out in the sky on that one. And then here with the moon and then look like this. I love you most in all the galaxy. Okay. And then the wide open sky is where I want to be. Dream by moonlight. And then shine bright like the moon. Cute. And then some little journal cards. But anyway, there's two pages of that. And then this gold version with the stars. This would be a challenge for me to use. It's not something that I would do, but super challenge. If you have an idea for this one, please let me know. If you have an idea for Stardust, please comment. What would you make with this? Okay. And then I'll just flip through. Let's do it pretty quickly. And this one is a super challenge for me. There's a lot of gold metallic and embossing and debossing in this it's pretty. It's just not something, it's not my style. And then here's your 6x6. That's huge, this in these paper pads. So, I may have to make a little journal with them. I'm just because it's provided. But anyway, very pretty. You could do a dream journal out of something like this, because it screams night. So just different things. But anyway, I wanted to go through this one really quickly and move on to the next ones. This one's debossed with that gold metallic. Very pretty. And then that's the last page. Okay, get rid of that one. Okay. Wildflower sketches. Okay. So we got the big page with Good Things Grow Here. This blue. This. And the purple, very pretty, tone on tone. And then this print is pretty. That's pretty. And then all of these cut aparts. And this is different. This has a sheen to it. It's very, very shiny. Different. And the stripes with the flowers, that's pretty. And that's pretty. And that border. These are great for making cards. And then that. And then here is that sheen again, that paper with that sheen. That's very, very pretty. And then here, Grow with the Flow, Stop and Smell the Flowers, Life is Blooming. And there's some more of those 6x6 to make little journals. And then this floral, and then another stripe on a green background with those flowers. And then the purple. And then this border is absolutely beautiful. And then that's pretty. This is very pretty. And then, of course, the strips. And then that. And that. Okay, and that's the last page. Alright, and I already did go through the summer solids. We saw that. I did buy 2 things of that. Okay, Candy Brights. Now this one's different. So that page, and then a marble page. This one's going to be a challenge to use as well. Very ombre, and then the 6x6 cut aparts. I, probably have to make another journal. There's a lot of ombre in there, and then this is pretty in the yellow, and then that, and then some cut aparts, and these hearts. And then another ombre type, and then type almost like a kaleidoscope. Very pretty. This is definitely metallic, tone on tone, and this has a metallic on it too on the cut strip, so that's cool. And then this and this. I'm gonna have to flip through this pretty fast, guys. I'm running out of time. And that. It's pretty. It's pretty. It's just going to be a challenge for me to use something like this. And that's that purple with the metallic. And then that's the last one. Okay. This one's Heartland, and I like this one. This screams 4th of July to me as well. Okay. So the ocean, 4th of July, vacation, very neutral here. And this one, the golden cream stripes, very pretty. More of a picnic red and white check. And then the navy and white stripes. And then look at this, high tide, you, me, and the sea. That'd be great for a cruise. Make waves. And then the lobster. And look, a whole page of lobster. And then the sand, very pretty. That. And then this is actually seashells. I had to look at it a couple of times to figure out what it was, but that's what it is, and with a gold metallic. And then the red and white stripe, very 4th of July. Same with that neutral tan. Look at this. Let the sea set you free, very pretty. And it sure does. Cruising is the most relaxing thing to me. Anyway, then this blue and white check, and then that, and then Catch Me by the Sea. That's cute. Probably have to make a policy envelope or one of those bags out of that one. And then look at this, the rope. That's so pretty. And then look, all of these cut aparts are so pretty, and with the coppery looking metallic. I like that instead of just regular gold. Yeah, I like that. And then that navy with the life preservers or whatever that is. And then that red. How pretty is that? And this weave. And then the waves with the metallic gold to it. Very pretty. And then the stars. And that's it of that one. That is Heartland. I love that one. And then this one is Azure Bliss. I can't even pronounce it. Look at the daisies with the metallic gold. Love it. Somehow I got this one bent. And then that navy with the linen type of weave. And then the same going on here. There is a weave pattern in the paper, which is pretty. And then all these bathing suits and beach towels and sandals and sunglasses, very pretty. Find joy in the journey, chase dreams, not perfection, good vibes only. I love the message of that paper right there. That's very nice. And then more of that weave. And then here, this, the 6x6. I'll probably do something like that. And then this blue brick. I love it. And the blue and white striped linen. And then the flowers. More cut aparts. Happy times, good vibes. Yep. Love that with that linen weave again. Find joy in the journey. Chase dreams, not perfection. Good vibes only. Boy, chasing perfection. Boy, that'll make you unhappy, won't it? Nothing's perfect, guys. Nothing's perfect. Let it go. Anyway, learned that one early in life. I wish. But anyway, this is pretty with those little daisy looking flowers. And then here's some of those strips at my husband's home. And then that, and the blue and white, and the golden white, metallic, and just a blue. Little daisy flower on it, and then that's pretty different. And then the sky, clouds maybe, and that's it. All right, guys, that's it. Let me know what is your favorite, and I'm going to get off of here. Bye.